Welcome, everybody, to the third event of Karen Almanas. Welcome again to the Kiddush Hashem that we share here. Welcome again to the fact that I'm standing here, look around, and say, how did it happen? No invitations, no guest of honor, no chairman. Are we all here? So how did it happen? Welcome to the world of chesed, but also to the world of tzoros, pain, and tears. When in the history with so many almanas and yasoimim? There's no city without young almanas, the age of 22 and above with babies. When so many babies were born a few months after the father passed away, and they will never have the zchus to say this simple and natural word, Abba. I want to share with you a story that happened here in America in one of the cities. I think the person who told me the story is here with us tonight. There was a lady who had to move, an almana, a young almana. She had to move to another city with a child, 4th grade. And this child was known as a kid, of course, a lot of problems in school. It's hard to deal with. And no cheder, no school in the new city wanted to deal with it, especially a yasoim. Who wants to call an almana every week and see her crying, please have rachmanas on my son? And nobody wanted to take this child to their cheder, to their school. And one day, after a month that this yasoim is home, she gets a call from a principal of a school that is considered the top school, the top cheder. It's very hard for a regular kid to be accepted. And he says, Mrs., I heard your son is home for a month. She said, yes. Please, can you do me a favor? Can you bring him tomorrow to my cheder? She said, you must be kidding. He said, no. Why should I be kidding with you? Please bring him over tomorrow. And they come the next day, and she cannot believe. He gives a hug to the kid, and he takes him to the class, to the cheder, to the kita. And she's waiting for him. And he goes outside, and she tells him, tell me the truth. Did anybody give you $1 million behind my back to take my son? What happened? Did my husband, all of a sudden, came to you in the middle of the night? What happened? You called me. What happened? You taking my son? Don't tell me you don't know who my son is. So he said, let me tell you something about my cheder. We have a PTA every few weeks, every 6, 7 weeks. We insist every father to come to the PTA and sit with the Rebbe and talk about the child. And afterwards, all the fathers together sitting in a room and talking about problems, dealing with situations. And we don't give in to no father. Every father, if he wants his child to be in our school, he has to be in the PTA. Do you know who is the father of your son? Kodesh Baruch Hu. I want the father of this son to be in our school every few weeks in the PTA. I want him to hear the problems. I want him to be a part of the solutions. You're making me a huge favor. And I want to tell each one of yours here, also in your homes, the father of the assignment that you're supporting is in your homes, in your houses, every single day. There's somebody else here in this hall that his business is life insurance. And he came over to me one day, he says, Dov, do you have a life insurance? I said, yes, I have 800 life insurance. I'm not promising anything to nobody, but Hashem promised. Mida keneged mida. On Purim, I sent a message to a young almana that her husband, because of the tzoros, committed suicide. And I sent her a message. I have the ability to send you a nice amount of money, but I ask you a favor. I knew she only cares about the kids, never about herself, since her husband committed suicide. I said, I'm giving you a nice check, a nice wire. Please buy something for yourself. She writes me right back in Hebrew. דוב, אתה עוזר לי לבחור בחיים כשהצד האחר בחר במוות. I'll say in English. Dov, you helped me to choose life when my other side chose death. And I want everybody to know here, you're creating lives. It's not just to support almanas. It's not just to support Yisoimim. It's creating life, helping them to choose life. Our job is not just to stay with them and give them some money every month. As you saw in the video, to be with them along the life, even when everybody else goes, when they remain alone, we are with them always. It's not we, it's you. By the simchas, by the tzoros, always. Last year, as you saw in the short video of Yankee and David, it was the first time they saw Yad Eliezer Almanas Fund, and they understood that there is such a thing called Keren Almanas. And they decided a brave decision. It can't be such a thing, they're not going to be a part of it. They helped me in a huge way, but they decided to help all the almanas in America. Where did you see a lawyer calls his clients, yes, they're doing business with, and ask them for money for tzedakah and not afraid of his business? David, I want to tell you, you're going to hear yes from friends, you're also going to hear no, but don't worry. For every time you're going to hear no, you're going to hear so many times yes from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because you don't do it for yourself. Everybody knows you have what you need for yourself. You do it for Kvod Shomayim, you do it for Hashem's children, and Hashem will know how to take care of you. I am with you, and I'm sure everybody here in this room will be with you to help you to take care of almanas in America. When you came to me and asked me if I'm not afraid it's going to affect Yad Eliezer or almanas in Israel, I said, what? Hashem Avi Yisoimim, who helps me to have such a beautiful event, will affect me because I want to help you to help almanas in America? No way. Same Malach HaMoves and the same Avi Yisoimim, who will take care of everybody, Metz Hashem. Last year, after the event, I felt so bad. I mentioned a few friends, but obviously I forgot to mention many, many others who really helped me in a huge way. Partners, friends. And I said to myself, no way, this year I'm not starting with us. I can't be there. How can you mention over 150 names of people who are here who took on themselves a huge amount of money, huge, to help almanas, and took on themselves to bring friends and to make other people to give? How can I mention so many names now? But how can I not thank here on this place Abi and Giti Spetner? Most people don't even know who you are. You're hiding yourself, but you can't. Hashem knows how hard it was to convince you to let me mention your name. How hard, how many conditions you gave me. But Hashem knows also that 3 days ago you called me and said, Dov, I want to pay for next year's event. It means that your heart is with almanas all the year. You want to be the Nachshon ben Aminadov, to jump in. It was hard to convince you to write your name, but you cannot hide yourself from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. For sure, who is always Beroish HaMachane? Beroish HaMachane, the first one to say, Dov, Let's do it big. And I'm going to be the biggest one with you to do it and to bring all my friends. Obviously, Yoel Yisrael Zupnik. Yoeli, you say yes for Almonas in Eretz Yisrael. When David Fleischman called you, you said yes to help Almonas in America in a huge way. You never say no. Hashem will never say no to you. How can I not thank a close friend who came specially from Miami the third year, and every deal he makes with friends, every deal, they know in advance before they make a deal with them, guys, you want to make a deal with me? What's the percentage that goes to help Almonas? People hate to do it, but you do it. And all your friends who do it with you are here with you. They are my witness that I'm not exaggerating. This is not to be believed. A person who does parnosa for his life makes a condition with friends. Let's do it, but what about Almonas? And you came specially to be with us here. Your group WhatsApp that you send me with all your friends when you make the deal with Chatzah Simcha is saved not by me, by HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And these messages are your bracha to continue always, you and your friends. To my two partners, 365 days a year, always to give me the koyach, Yosef Fink and Yossi Friedman. Because of you, I never feel alone here. You are real partners. To my dear friend, and Moshe also mentioned your name already, you came specially from Toronto. But Sheli v'shalachem shaloihu, you were the first one. Avas kilul yisayich lechtech acharai bamidbar be'eretz lo yizerua. When nothing was there, you came with an idea to help Almonas. Thank you so much, Jack Eisenberger. Hashem should give you and your family always the ability to continue. And again, I cannot mention everybody, and especially the unbelievable staff that came with me from Israel, the Yad Eliezer people in America, the Trapper family, and everybody in my office that gave days and night to make this event. Because of you, I did nothing. It's all yours. Hashem should help us to continue. Miyitein v'yemar l'tzoriseinu dai, no more Almonas, should be zeiches soon to Tchias HaMeisim. Thank you.